We have maybe the most significant SEC meetings in Destin that we've had in quite a while. Meetings in Destin are usually the new coaches meeting each other and everybody getting a big check, hang around the pool for a while and enjoying themselves. But there will be some business done. And frankly, a lot of folks have wrote about this. I think some very serious business done during that time. I do want to mention that I did get this a few days ago, and I'm a connoisseur of the magazine, so they're starting to trickle in a little later than normal. And I don't know if any of the coaches there will be reading the magazine. I don't think they'll have time to do it, but always nice to plug that. But yes, Mark, it's going to be a very interesting 3 or 4 days in Destin, but probably unlike anything we've seen in the past.
Brent, I was able to scan about 4 weighty issues that really deal with the landscape of the SEC, and not just the SEC, all of college football, because, of course, if anything happens in the SEC, it's going to impact the greater landscape as well. But, there's one that borders more on the theatrics, the hype of the last few weeks. So let's get that one out of the way. We've got Jimbo Fisher and we've got Nick Saban, and they're going to have to be in the same room. I don't know if they're going to have to communicate directly, but that should be quite the spectacle, first and foremost.
I think what you will have here is the commissioner will get them together, possibly in a private room, and sit down. Now they're not going to necessarily walk out holding hands, singing Kumbaya, but I think there will be something said to them, probably together with him, and probably also to the presidents. Mark, we've said this for years. There are 2 things the SEC protects and prizes above everything else. One is its money, and 2, it's its image. And if you want to, for our viewers, the NFL says you don't get dirt on the shield. Well, that's kind of what we're talking about here. Now, this was great fodder for talk show hosts and podcasts and things of that nature. And it went from the absurd to the sublime for a few days, because let's be honest, there's not enough going on in May to entertain people. So Fisher and Saban both, if they wanted to or not, provided a lot of entertainment for radio talk show hosts. But the presidents we always have to put the presidents in here, because whether we like it or not, they still run things, don't they, Mark? Or they certainly sign off on things. We can never, ever forget that. But there will be something said with the coaches that we are not going to allow these dust-ups and dueling press conferences. So whatever we need to deal with, we will deal with behind closed doors, and then we will leave here with a united front. So, and Mark, not only did the commissioner take a dim view of that, as evidenced by he kept Lane Kiffin from going on the Dan Patrick show and talking about it because they don't want any dirty laundry mentioned about any schools with recruiting, and they just don't want open feuds going on because it hurts the image of the league, whether people think it's amusing or not. So that will be addressed behind closed doors. In the press conferences with the media, both coaches will say, we've moved on, and that will basically be about it.